Is your child having trouble in school? Have they been labeled a bad student? Then you better check this video out. Come back and join me. Cue the music. What's up, guys? Ken Mosley here, aka K-Dog, back with another video. If you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome. If you're a returning viewer, I want to say welcome back. Okay, we're going to get right into it. They say that, well, there's an old saying that there's no such thing as a bad student, only bad teachers. And being a teacher myself, being married to a teacher, talking to teachers, picking their brains, I've come to realize just how true that saying is. What the teacher say, student does. So you get a bad teacher, you can get a bad student. But I have noticed that most people always blame the student. Now, we're going to throw out the things that society says now, like the ADHD, mental problems, retardation, stuff like that. We're going to throw that out. We're going to deal with regular students. Now, this is for teachers. When it comes to that, you got to ask yourself, are you teaching or are you just passing on or regurgitating information? It's easy to teach good students. That's not teaching. You talk, the student is eager to absorb what you got to say. Try teaching a bad student, the one that won't listen. Now what do? How do you reach them? If you can't, then you're not a teacher. If a student won't listen or is disruptive, do you give up or do you try to find out why? That's solving a problem. It's easy to concentrate on the disruption instead of the cause of it. And most teachers do just that. Go to the disruption and not the cause. Once you identify the cause, then you can solve the problem. There are 3 simple reasons why students become bad students. 1, they've lost confidence in themselves, so they give up. 2, they've lost confidence or trust in the teacher and stop listening. And 3, which is the obvious, peer pressure. Most teachers try to find all kinds of reasons why students are not responding or learning, instead of pointing the finger at themselves. They never want to admit that it may be them. Oh, can't do that. Can't do that. You see, they've been to college and they've got their teaching degree and blah, 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 blah. So that makes them a good teacher. No, it does not. There's a saying that's been floating around for a few years, saying that a lot of school districts say they've adopted this. We leave no child behind. Well, by not solving the problem, you're essentially doing just that, leaving them behind. Because school, learning for that matter, is done in steps. We don't go to school, we don't go to kindergarten, then go to the 5th grade, then go back down to the 3rd grade, then go to the 9th grade, go to the 8th grade, skip to college, then come back to 12th grade. It's steps. Everything builds on the next thing. And if you miss something, it's going to come back on that student to bite them in the butt. And if you don't solve the problem of what they may have missed, then you are leaving them behind mentally. And on that note, by leaving a student behind, you undermine their confidence. Certain things can happen. Once their confidence is shaken, they're going to find a way to boost it back up, whether it's positively or whether it's negatively. If it's positively, they're going to seek out positive reinforcement. And by that I mean, they're going to find someone that's going to tell them what they need to know. They're going to find someone to help them get back on track. Negatively, they're going to find someone to placate them and make it okay for them not to do well. As I said before, the educational system, or teaching in general, and this is universal, is built on steps. And when you skip steps in that process, it hinders a student's progress in the long run. What they miss will eventually come back to bite them in the end. Now, how do you know if you're a good teacher or if you've taught a student well? If that student can teach it back to you, you've done your job. If they can't, then you haven't done a damn thing. You've done, like I said in the beginning of this video, you've just regurgitated facts and figures that you got from someone else. That ain't teaching. That's reading. And if your parents notice this and see something wrong in your child, you need to find out if they've missed something or something was skipped over as they push them through school. Because in the long run, the teacher is already out of school. And when that student becomes a disruptive force, when that student becomes a bad student, they want to get them out of their class and move on. Because it's still a job. And they want their job and their day to go as easy as possible. They don't want to stay after to mentor another student if they don't have to. But remember, that's what they're getting paid to do. So make them do it. Have a talk with your children and tell them that those teachers or that teacher is getting paid to teach you. And if you don't understand, raise your hand and tell them I don't understand. I'm going to give you another analogy. And you can pass this on to your kids, because we all say to kids, you know, you'll understand when you get older. It'll become clear when you get older. You'll understand. Well, you know what? Kids hear that all the time. You want to get their confidence? Tell them something that what they can see tomorrow. And here's something that they can see tomorrow. Ask them where they sit in class. If they sit in the back, ask them why. And if they do, tell them to move to the front. And when they move to the front, ask them to look in the back of the room. And then tell you what they see. We all know what's back there. We've all been in school. The people that sit in the back are the ones that don't want to do nothing. They sit in the back so they can't be seen. But they never do it alone. You never see one person in the back of class fucking up. Got to have another person. Remember that old saying, misery loves company? They ain't going to do it by themselves. They got to have somebody to placate what they're doing. Tell them that. But in the meantime, if your child is not doing well in school, don't be so quick to blame your child. Check the teacher out or teachers out. See if they really teach or if they just relay information. Well, that's my video for today. If you like it, give me that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button for me. You got any comments? I'd like to hear from you. Put them in that comment section. Hey, this is Ken Mosey, a.k.a. say it with me, K-Dog. I'm out. Peace.